Hello, hey, howdy, friends. Ash here with Gents. How are you? We're going back in time today, friends. Yes, we are. We're going back in time a full decade, 10 years. And what I want to do is I want to go over with you guys the fragrances that were coming out 10 years ago. Well, technically, we're going to look at fragrances from 2012 because this is the very beginning of 2023. So not really anything has come out this year yet. So I figure it's more fair if we hop back to 2012. And what I want to do here is I want to look at all the big things that came out that year, and I want to compare it to what came out in 2022. And I want to determine once and for all, and you guys will help with this, was the past truly better in terms of what was coming out? Or do we sometimes look at the past through rose-tinted glasses? So we need to determine 2012, how bad was it? Did it suck? Was it worse than what's coming out now? Or was it better back then? Let's jump into it. Let's figure it out. Guys, I'll have linked in the description some of the most popular fragrances, both from 2012 and 2022, in case you want to check those out. We'll say the top 5 from each. And also, if you do shop at twistedlily.com or maxaroma.com, you know the drill, you know the deal. Gents 10% off your order. Now, I'm going into this blind in the sense that I haven't scrolled through and looked at what the most popular ones from 2012 were and decided, oh, I'm going to say this about that, this about that. Nah, we're doing it together right now. And like I said, as the video goes on, feel free to drop a comment and say 2012 better because this reason, or 2022 better because this reason. All right, 2012, let's jump into it. And I am looking on Fragrantica.com, their most popular male fragrances from 2012, in case you want to follow along. Most popular release from that year, Eros Eau de Toilette from Versace. Now, this is a fragrance that has stood the test of time, and there are flankers obviously that have come out in the Eros line since the original, but not maybe as many as you might expect considering how flanker happy all the designer houses have been over the years. Yes, we have an Eau de Parfum, a Parfum, and randomly Eros Flame, but if this line were part of like, I don't know, Dolce & Gabbana, we would have Eros Wind, Eros Earth, Eros Mars, Eros Ocean, Eros Air. But instead we just got the 4 that we have. Eros is solid. It stood the test of time. Over 10 years later, it still is one of the best-selling men's fragrances on the market. So obviously they crushed it with that release. Parfums de Marly Herod, number 2. Interesting to see it there because that one crept up in popularity over the years. When it was first released, it wasn't as big of a hit. Parfums de Marly, I can still recall the first time I ever saw them, and it was back in maybe 2013 or 14, and I saw them on FragranceNet, actually. It was the first place I saw them. And at the time, I went and I looked up the fragrances on Fragrantica, as one tends to do, or used to do. Maybe not as much anymore, but yeah. So I went on there and I read reviews, and most everybody was crapping on them. They were like, these Parfums de Marly fragrances suck. But then over time, as more people got their nose on them, the popularity rose. And now it's number 2. Of course, Herod, a great tobacco scent. So 2 solid ones already. Then we've got Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Awesome fragrance. Not as hyped as it used to be, but still very solid. Heavy on the Tonka, big compliment puller. And then Spice Bomb, Victor and Rolf. Pretty good. Wouldn't you say? I'd say a lot of you out there would say 4 for 4 so far. Spice Bomb, of course, launched a very successful line just like Eros. Lost its way a little bit with Night Vision, but then Infrared started to bring it back. And then what do we have here rounding out the top 5? Interlude Man. Ooh, the heyday of Amouage. Amouage taking a very different tact with their releases nowadays. Love them or hate them or be indifferent to them. That's definitely different than they used to be. Much richer back before with a heavy emphasis on Middle Eastern ingredients. Interlude Man, a powerful beast. Heavy incense and that opening with oregano that was also kind of love it or hate it. So these are all very solid. These are all very good. Now I'm going to quickly run through some of the other fragrances released in 2012, and I'll try to in my brain come up with like a 1 to 10, and you guys can do the same. So we've got Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme 2012, which is kind of an inferior version of the original Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Those originals will command a hefty premium. We've got Tom Ford Noir Eau de Parfum, which I'm not personally a big fan of, but I know a lot of people out there are. La Yucawam, big time clone of Tuscan leather. We've got Luna Rosa from Prada, kicked off that line. Solid release, if not overwhelming. Declaration d'un Soir, which is very popular within the community, not a huge release in general. Halloween Man kind of smells like 1 million. Acqua di Gio Essenza was very solid and is discontinued. Guerlain Homme Le Boisé, also a fragrance that I love. Eau Sauvage Parfum, Hommage à l'Homme from Lalique. Narciso Rodriguez for him, Eau de Parfum Intense, discontinued now. So these are all solid. Some of them no longer with us. La Nuit de l'Homme, Frozen Cologne, fantastic, discontinued. Amen Pure Leather, discontinued. Amen Pure Shot. Oh, that's the worst name ever. Oh man. Okay, we're not going to talk about that in the video here, but Amen Pure Shot, that has got to be probably the worst name in hindsight. Well, if you don't want to Google it, just Cliff's Notes. The face of the fragrance was the Paralympian, the Blade Runner, who shot his, what was it, fiance. They changed the name to Pure Energy, but man, oof. Discontinued. Armani Code Ultimate, discontinued. There was Light Blue Living Stromboli, 1 million Absolutely Gold, discontinued. Boss Bottled Sport, discontinued. Amen Gold Edition, discontinued. Coco Rico by Night, discontinued. Ferrari Silver, discontinued. Armani Code Sport Athlete, discontinued. This is a friggin' graveyard of fragrances from 2012. All Masculine Eau de Minuit from Lolita Lim, discontinued Pika. So yeah, it really does turn into just a cemetery of dead fragrances after you get past like those ones at the tippy top of the most popular from that year. So on the whole, how strong was 2012? Well, truth be told, if this was what came out in 2023, like this was the lineup for the whole year, I would say that was a weak year. Honestly, you've got an Acqua di Gio flanker that does demand a premium now, and I do think it's a very nice flanker. I have a bottle of the stuff, but you know, it didn't work out. It got killed off. You've got a Narciso Rodriguez that didn't work out. You've got a Dior Homme Sport that was reformulated. You've got a discontinued Black XS. You've got a discontinued La Nuit. You've got these Amen flankers, these Code flankers that none of them stuck around. The one Sport from Dolce & Gabbana came out that year, and that fragrance is complete crap. It lasts 15 minutes. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to say this is not a strong year. At the top, it's very solid, but this is top heavy, like to the maximum, especially if you consider what's actually still available, because a lot of this isn't. So as far as the most popular ones, pretty weak. So for me, I think I'm going to give 2012 like a 5 out of 10. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, because we could be on two different wavelengths here. Now, 2022, the most popular Gentleman Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé, of course, I love that. Le Beau Le Parfum, the second most popular. I'm not as crazy about Le Beau Le Parfum. I know a lot of other people like it a lot. I'm kind of, iffy on it. Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum, it's solid, but it didn't like move mountains for me. Another Dior Homme Sport. Look at that. This new Dior Homme Sport, though, I think I would wear the new one over the 2012 version. And I know it's Dior Homme Sport 2021. Fragrantica has it at 2022, so we're just gonna leave it. Terre d'Hermès Eau Givre. That one is really, really good. I love the opening. Extremely fresh, natural smelling. The Most Wanted Parfum. That one is killer for fall and winter time. That bit of woodiness in there, that sweetness, that touch of smoke. Well done fragrance. 1 Million Elixir. That one grew on me. I did not dig it at first, but over time I grew to really appreciate that. Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum. I mean, it's Club de Nuit Intense Man, so we all know about that. Armani Code Parfum was a solid release. Again, maybe not something like holy crap, mind-blowing, but really well done. Another classy one. Light Blue Pour Homme Italian Love. I enjoyed that. Narciso Rodriguez for Helm Blue Noir Parfum, also good. Noir Extreme Parfum, good. The new version of Y Eau de Toilette I think is solid. H24 Eau de Parfum, an improvement over the Eau de Toilette. Dracar Intense, especially for the price, is quite a nice pickup. Boss the Scent Le Parfum, another one that I think is good. Born in Roma Coral Fantasy Valentino Uomo, big improvement over the original Valentino Uomo. Born in Roma, not the original Valentino Uomo. Hero Eau de Parfum from Burberry, you know, in the air is actually really nice. I actually like that a lot. Ralph's Club Parfum, Stronger With You Oud, Scandal Pour Homme Le Parfum, Uncut Jam from Frederic Malle, Polo Blue Parfum, L1212 Eau Fraiche from Lacoste. So this is not as top heavy as 2012, and there are misses, of course, in 2022 as well. A number of releases that are just kind of so-so, or just not really good. I do think, especially as far as the more popular releases go, that after you get past the ones that I just named off, there's not much left after that. That's pretty much it. In 2022, I don't think was like the greatest year we've ever seen or anything like that. But I do think in comparison, I'm going to have to give it the nod over 2012. I just think looking at the overall releases that there's a little more going on. A lot of these have better quality. One thing that is very obvious though is that 2022 has way more of these like warm, sweet style fragrances. So we're talking the Burberry Hero Eau de Parfums, the Most Wanted Parfums, the Elixir, 1 Million Elixir, stuff like that. Way more of those in 2022. You go to 2012, Eros is sweet, but it's not that kind of warm, you know, gourmandy, cookie sweet, sugary sweet. L'Oréal Sport Eau Extreme has a good amount of tonka, but it's not that kind of sweetness either. While Yukawam smells like Tuscan leather, so it's not that kind of sweet either. Eau Sauvage Parfum, very masculine, very classy. Yeah, that style of scent was just not there in 2012. That was not what was out for men. So I would say if you do not like that style of fragrance, then it's very possible that you look at 2022 and you say, oh no, this is way worse than what was out in 2012. So if that's kind of your viewpoint, you don't like that style, then I could see where 2022 could be a bit of a disappointment for you, because when you scroll down through here, it's like fragrances sort of in that style. I think you could comfortably say Gentleman Reserve Privé, the Most Wanted Parfum, 1 Million Elixir, Armani Code Parfum, Born in Roma Coral Fantasy, maybe throw Invictus Platinum in there, Dracar Intense, maybe throw the Scent in there, L'Homme Eau de Parfum, Hero Eau de Parfum, Stronger With You Oud, Scandal Pour Homme Le Parfum, Stronger With You Only to an extent. Yeah, there's a lot more fragrances like that coming out nowadays. Still yet though, on the whole, 2022 I think is better. In 2022, I'm gonna give maybe like a 7.75, something like that. Better than 2012 for me, but not a year that I think is like just crazy stacked, you know? But hopefully this year will be. Now again, I want you guys to let me know, for you, 2012 or 2022, which one is better? And let me know why. It is completely okay if you say, I don't like these new sweet type fragrances, and for that reason, 2012. Or maybe you just say, I like how modern men's fragrances are, and those ones from 2012, most of those are dated to me, whatever. Right, that'll do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.